Hello, hello. How is everybody? We're finally back to I Was a Teenager, Exocolonist. Sorry for the late start. I was trying to get some of the redeems working again, and I almost thought I was going to have to leave them off for the stream, and then I finally got it working. So, we almost went a stream without Bongo Cat, and we can't have that, right? That would be criminal. I should really get our little.
Terrible.
I should really try and see if I can get our little pet in this game and make and do like a little Bongo Cat version of it. That'd be adorable.
Ah, yeah.
Be like Bongo Squishy or something like that,
Yeah.
and let people think whatever they may from that title. But yes,
It is exactly what it means.
hello, hello, hello. It has been forever since I've been able to stream on Wednesday due to work and bullshit. Uh, I'm terrible at not getting a cuss out at the beginning of the stream. Anyway, I think I'll be okay. There might be. Let's see, what week is it? Like maybe 3 weeks I might have an issue, but we'll have to see. Basically, short answer, and I don't think I've ever talked about what my job is on stream. I am a accountant, one of those people who no, that's not the right word, who work with numbers all day, and it fries my brains really bad. And then I'm also like an ERP administrator and all this other crap that whenever we start the beginning of a year, it is like, oh, it's time to make changes to everything. And almost all of that has to go through me in some way, shape, or form. And I'm just like, guys, I'm so tired. I need a nap. And it's like, no, no naps. Anyway.
No relax, only work.
No. That's me being a little harsh. Technically, my coworkers try to work with me a lot with my hours, and they all know that I actually stream and stuff like that because yeah. Anyway, uh basically we had to I talked about this in the Discord a little bit, and we'll get to Teenage X Colonist. I just felt like I have been kind of delaying talking about this for a while because I don't know, my job isn't interesting, so I don't really talk about it on stream, or at least I don't think it's interesting. Somebody in chat might be like, oh, I totally want to know about the accountings, and then I'd be like, are you okay, chatter? uh, anyway, um basically we had someone leave, and then a good portion of the work they were doing was dropped on me, and I was like, okay, I gotta fix this stuff because I have to. It's just it's how my brain works, and then I end up overdoing it, and then I fry my brains, and I spend a lot of nights like working late. Anywho, I think we're at a good spot. I still have a lot of basically some entries and stuff I have to do at the beginning of the month, but someone else is supposed to eventually take those over. I don't know when that's gonna happen. But most of it I can handle and get done on Tuesday, so that as long as I don't stay up too late on Tuesday, I'm good to stream Wednesday. It's a balancing act. I hope you're patient. Anywho, enough about that. Let's hop into the game.
Back to where you were,
Alright,
where things were bad.
back to the game. Yes. Uh, I do remember what happened last, which is one of those things where it must have been like, for the YouTube watchers, it must have been like, oh man, she really just killed off a character and then was like, I'm never touching this game ever again. Nope, it was work. Anyway, um,
Yep.
yeah, we had a dear character pass away because of things I could not avoid, honestly. I accepted the fact that one character was going to die in the hopes that another would survive, and then they both died, and I was like, well, I just failed at everything. Anyway, uh, it looks like OBS is speaking. Here, give me a sec. Turn down the gain on that a little bit. I don't want to blow out your eardrums. I'm sorry. Let's see. I guess I project my voice more whenever I'm actually talking into the mic than I thought I did. That should be a little bit better. Let me know if it's ever too loud, okay? But
Yeah.
yes, we just lost a couple of dear characters. One of them I was expecting, and then the other one I wasn't, which made me sad. Our little ray of sunshine is gonna be depressed for a while. Yeah, that's where we were, and the colony's in shambles. So, let's see how this goes. Okay, I do want to talk about one thing that I like thought over with this game because a lot of my decisions have been with the thought of I am a colonist on a foreign planet. I don't know what any of these monsters will do. And my first priority is survival. Like, to me, this is like a survival visual novel. I don't know why that's how my brain works through it, but that's what it does. So, I've approached every decision with, well, if you choose a different an option that clearly will kill you, it will kill you. But that's not true. At the beginning of this game, we saw a vision where we were in our house when there was some kind of explosion or something, and Nemine came in and got us. So if you think that through, that means both me and Nemine will not die until that scene comes to pass.
You are effectively immortal.
So I think I'm going to try and just take some of the more reckless options because I've just kind of up till now I've just been assuming that if I choose some of those options, it would just be game over, and I was trying to avoid that. But if I go at it from a different perspective, where it's like, oh wait, no, the game just isn't going to kill me. All right, let's do some shit. So if you start seeing me do a lot more reckless stuff, that's why. All right, that's enough talk. Let's jump in. I'm ready. I've been needing this. I wanted to chill. I need relaxation, but now we're gonna have depression. But we have our little guy. It goes me. Anyway. All right. All right. Right. Here's our dad. How you doing, Dad? It's been hard to talk to your dad about everything. Losing your mom and losing the colony right after. Too much to take. Neither of you know what to say. No, it's hard, Cal says, fiddling nervously with a tassel on his shirt. But I just think, what would your mom do right now? She wouldn't complain, that's for sure. Cal always looking on the bright side of things. Hey, bud, do you still want to go outside the wall?
Man, agriculture's looking real rough right now.
I know, we need to do something about it or else we're all gonna starve. This is examining a bit of rubble. Turning over in his hand. I wonder if we're ever gonna find, like, alien tech. Wouldn't that be cool? This! The whole colony just got destroyed. Oh yeah, this area's gone. Oh, poor... What's her name? Mars. That's right, Mars. She's probably upset about the shopping area. Mars crosses her arms and sulks. What's the point of having all these kudos if I can't actually... Yeah, if I can't actually use them to, like, buy stuff we need? Like, hello? Not like I can mail order some more supplies through the wormhole. Oh yeah, I forgot she shaved her hair off. Tangent frowns. I just don't understand, she says. Why now? Why does it keep getting worse? Poor Tangent. This is a girl that clearly has the weight of the world on her shoulders because every like minor failure seems like a tragedy to her. Granted, this is a tragedy, but just knowing how she is. Who is the doctor she constantly works with that's always like, it's okay. You don't have to, like, stress over it.
Oh, yeah, do not remember their name.
And of course, we don't know where Nem is, which makes perfect sense. I don't even think we can go outside right now. I think the only thing we can do is be over there. We probably need to work in... I don't even know if we can. Can we? Dad, can I? Our poor dad. I don't think we can actually work in the... That means all of the animals we had caught for, like, supplies and stuff are also probably gone.
Yeah.
Well, this is all we can do for now. What can we do? Activity this month. None of that. We can mourn.
I mean, you also can do the whole exploring the outdoors, I guess.
No, I can't. I already checked those
Oh.
areas. You can't leave. But I think
That's
we need to
rough.
work on rebuilding. We're currently low stress, and I'm guessing that this will just stress us out. But we need to get things rebuilt. That should be our
Yeah,
first priority.
ASAP.
The first month of quiet passes, each day plodding one after another. You still have trouble sleeping in the classroom barracks, but there's nowhere else to go. Every day you wake up with the others and try and make the best of it. Grief and anger, not just for you, but for everyone. Some days are better than others. You're assigned to help rebuild the walls. The first part of the month is spent just dragging away the wreckage, sorting it into salvage or recycling. By the time that's done, the crews disassembling parts of the stratospheric have delivered enough salvage that you can begin work patching up the walls. A sense of urgency permeates the crew. After everything, people need to feel safe. This is on the work crew with you, something he does begrudgingly. Walls don't help with the first didn't help the first time, he grumbles whenever anyone asks for his opinion. We should just tear them all down and live like the animals do. If someone planted a bunch of buildings on my land, I'd be pissed off too. Sorry, Dis. They need stability right now. By the end of the month, you've made noticeable progress. There are other priorities and a lot of construction material, but the last year's mushwood harvest is done drying out. You'll be able to do more. Even if this is right that it didn't help them the first time, it's better than nothing. At least our little buddy got through it with us.
Yes, good little buddy. Also, it's a red challenge. You're just going to blow this out of the water.
I will. That's what I do. Is there a way I can play around with this and do better? Card to the right becomes the. Okay, so it's just the card to the right. And these are already fives. That's probably fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look at our red stats are insane. I really should get my brain up more. No think.
What
only
is
do.
Brian?
No think, only do. The sun's finally dawn again on your birthday. You wake early and climb to the top of engineering to watch the first sun's watery rays break the horizon as the wormhole recedes across the sky. Dawn should represent hope after a long period of darkness. This light only reveals the full extent of the damage to the colony. You've been having trouble sleeping. Like most people, it's hard to find rest, crammed into the classroom with all the other kids and their families. And every time you close your eyes, you see. You shake your head to clear the memory. Pull your blanket more tightly around your shoulders. Not your blanket. That one's gone. That one's gone. Huh. And stare out as the sun rises on the horizon. You grin sickly. Hey, kiddo, you hear when your dad comes down beside you. I was looking for you. Nice view, huh? At least we got a rooftop patio out of the deal. He laughs a little at his own joke.
Oh, ever the optimist.
Yep. Is his name? What's his? Calvin? I think it's Calvin, right? I'll look in a sec. He laughs a little at his own joke and then sort of trails off with a sigh afterward. He puts his arm around your shoulders and you sit in silence for a while watching the sunrise pick out all the broken glass littering the fields, glimmering like fields. Neither of you really know what to say. It's clear your dad feels like he's giving you a pep talk, but there's an oppressive nature in silence that makes it feel impossible for you to start. Eventually, he just sighs and his shoulders slump. I know things seem pretty bad right now, he says, squinting into the sunrise. Sounds like it's taking all his effort not to cry, but it'll get better. It has to, right? You're not so sure. At least your mom wasn't here to see this, he mutters. That's the silver lining, I guess. Ah. You watch the sunrise together for a few more minutes. After a bit, your dad musters up a brave smile and pulls out a little box tied with a piece of gardening twine. Happy birthday, my little rutabaga, he says. Sun medallion. You know what it is before you open it. Your old medallion, the one your dad made with the sun on it to represent Earth, was broken during the attack, and all the chaos you didn't even notice, but your dad did. and made you a new one. It's just like you remembered. Similar design with a wormhole this time to represent Bertumina. You thank him and squint out at the swirling wormhole, still barely visible in the brightening sky. So massive and awe-inspiring this time of year, but it always seems to herald disaster. You're happy to watch it fade away into the daylight. Your dad slaps you on the back. What a birthday, huh? Here's hoping they all get better from here. We both head back down the stairs to the wreckage of the canteen, where they put up temporary roofing with whatever tarps and scraps could be found. The colony nanoprinters, a few that still run, have been working day and night to replace the necessities of life, but larger construction projects are going to take some time. Aunt Anne has coaxed the kitchen nanoprinters into making soy gruel and pressed bars. Nanoprinters making food? Interesting. Life sustaining, but depressing. You and the other colonists eat your breakfast in stony silence as you mentally prepare for the day. Chief Administrator Seek has taken over as an interim governor until council can elect someone new. Last week they held a mass funeral for everyone who died. There was talk of turning the Stratospheric's destroyed front into half into a memorial shrine after everything useful has been salvaged. There's still so much to do. I have a feeling we'll be spending a lot of time just trying to rebuild things. Heck, the wall's still.
Hello, I am back.
Hello.
I had to deal with leftovers.
Hey, little one. Oh, I wonder if Cal's little caterpillar thing is okay. Think about it.
Hopefully it's doing well.
Doesn't look like have any different dialogue. I still haven't seen them. All right. Keep going. You're assigned to help out in geoponics. The agriculturalists have been hard at work trying to salvage what they can of the ruined fields and destroyed greenhouses. There's still a lot of work to be done. Your dad has taken over as chief cultivator. Succeeding your mom was already difficult for him, and now there's this. He's never been the kind of guy to hide from hard work, but he's been pretty distant. Cal's working in geoponics too, of course. He smiles when he sees you. Hey, Solana, there's a lot of stuff to do. What do you want to work on? If we want to get food going again, we need to get the fields going first and foremost. But I guess they won't survive without the greenhouses. Right? Does that make logical sense?
Yeah, I mean, the greenhouses and the fields and the animals, all three of them would give you a
I feel like
suitable food source.
animal pens can probably wait until last. Just because if we rebuild the animal pens, we're probably going to have to go out and catch new animals.
Yeah, so I'd say
Well,
either the fields or the
then again,
greenhouses.
That would be immediate food. Working the fields means that we're going to have to wait for crops to grow.
That is true.
We'll rebuild them. The pens only suffered minor damage due to the attack. Weirdly, most of the damage seems to have come from inside the pens, as if the normally tame animals have been stirred into a frenzy. Wait, are they all okay? Tangent's also here.
Oh.
Though it's not to help hammer and nail things. She's studying the animals, trying to figure out what could have influenced them. She takes blood and hair samples and readings with some sort of complicated brain scanning device. Interesting, that's all she says, not explaining her findings to you or Cal. Everyone's worried that this will be the final nail in the coffin for your food supply after the famine last year. You try not to think about it too hard, instead of focusing on doing what you can to rebuild. We're doing a lot of physical stuff.
I mean, rebuilding stuff is pretty physical work.
Yeah, true. It's true. Put these back. Let's draw a card. Let's redraw the hand. That's more like what I need.
You'll love to see it.
Oh, I can probably put that one over here. There. Ta-da!
Super goal.
You're eating in the mess tent. Here's something rumbling. Uh-oh. Your bowl and cutlery start rattling. People look around in alarm. Could it be another attack? So soon. You begin to hear shouting from outside. Someone runs into the tent. There's something falling from the sky. They shout, "It's on fire!" Oh dear. It really just doesn't stop with this planet, does it?
Yeah, I know. Dangerous wildlife, and now it's raining fucking meteors.
You join the crowd of people leaving your temporary structures to gather in the colony square. People are squinting up at the milky, quiet sunlight, pointing and gesturing wildly. It's impossible to miss the thing hurtling towards you from space. It's like a great big ball of fire coming straight for you. Is this it? Is this the end? After all you've been through, a meteor's gonna land in the middle of your already ruined colony and kill you all? That's a ship. That's a ship. Mars grabs your shoulder. It's another ship, she exclaims. Look, look! It's another spaceship from Earth. Excitement ripples through the crowd. Could it be?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Mars did kind of offhandedly comment they can't just mail her or something from the wormhole, and I'm like, who's to say something's not already coming?
Yeah, that's true. You stare up, unbelieving, at the rapidly approaching ship. The flames of its entry into the atmosphere dissipate, but soon a thick column of greasy black smoke trails behind it. Soon you can hear the whistle of it ripping through the atmosphere at terminal velocity. Coming right at us, that's not a controlled descent. That's not a controlled descent. And it's an enormous ship coming at you way too fast. The ship's reverse thrusters fire, trying to slow it down so it doesn't smash into a billion pieces. When it hits the planet, into a billion pieces when it hits the planet. Everyone scatters to take cover. You crouch behind some rocks, throw your arms over your head, and squeeze your eyes shut. You hear the massive spaceship touch down in geoponics, plowing through the fields and grinding over what was left of the greenhouses. You're thrown to the ground from the force of the impact as shrapnel small rocks zing past your head. It grinds along like some roaring monster, cutting a great scar through the colony and kicking up enormous clouds of dust. Finally, the ship comes to a creaking, shuddering halt. You and the other colonists carefully crawl out of your hiding places, coughing and rubbing your eyes. The new ship is half buried and obscured by dust, but you can tell it's from Earth. You squint and make out a stenciled letters. Heliopause? A hatch opens on its side and silhouettes begin. Silhouettes with guns. Oh dear! Soldiers march out of the dust and quickly surround all the remaining colonists. More soldiers form two parallel lines from the ship to the square, their guns in parade rest, and a lone figure strides down the center towards you. Greetings, fugitives of Earth, the man says, spreading his hands wide. Oh dear. Rehydrates? I got you. I probably need it today. My voice isn't used to this anymore.
Oh, lovely.
I just
You
made
love to hear the word fugitives of Earth.
Yeah. A dismayed murmur ripples through the crowd. The adults exchange significant looks. Chief Engineer Instance tries to slip out of the crowd, but she's stopped by the line of soldiers. The man smiles. His broad, easygoing smile that doesn't match the threatening aura of the soldiers or the smoking ruin of the ship behind him. I am Commander Lump. Get a better name, he says proudly. As captain of the Heliopause, I have come to render aid and bring you to justice. Try to sneak away. Listen with the others. Oh. I mean, this isn't gonna work, right? But I did say I would start doing really reckless shit. Let's try it. Rebellion! The Heliopause soldiers have the colonists surrounded and shove you gently but forcefully back into the crowd. Yeah, I kind of figured. Play with your hollow palm instead. Take steps forward out of the crowd.
Man, I don't care what this guy says.
You're not the commander of the Heliopause, they said firmly. Governor Yutiko was expecting Commander Morikawa. Everyone's surprised. Yutiko had been communicating with the ship? For how long? Oh, so this guy did a coup? I am the captain of the Heliopause, Lum repeated stubbornly, then adds, according to the chain of command, we sustained significant loss of personnel when we went through the wormhole. You can't help but notice how many soldiers exchanged looks at this. You wonder how many people had to die before Lum became commander. As the commanding officer, Lum continues, I declare this colony to be under our protection. As such, you are all now subject to the laws of Earth. Thick bows. Now, they stammer. There's no need for dramatics. We're a diminished colony, as you see. Governor Yutiko died in the most recent attack, and Fluorescent passed away a few months ago. Even technician Halitosis is gone. You see, we're quite literally. Wait, your mom? What would these Earth cops have wanted from your mom? You notice Chief Engineer Instance is being held with her arms behind her back. She glowers at Lum with unbridled hatred. Oh, apparently this guy's got, people know him, apparently. They're not very, fond of him. Lum turns to the assembled colonists. Well, why don't we fix that, he declares. Say hello to your new governor. He says in a few gasps of shock and outrage, and Lum raises his hand placatingly. Let's not pretend you don't need our help, he says, and now we could simply arrest you instead, but there's no need to demoralize your little colony further. Judging from the number of guns on display, you don't think you have a choice in
Man, screw the new governor. He sucks.
this. No one knows how to react. A new governor from Earth? Nearly 100 new colonists. Most of them trained soldiers. What does this mean for the colony? A lot of mouths to feed that we don't have food for. The crowd disperses slowly, and the council members follow Lum back to the Heliopause. Presumably to talk about the future of the colony. Hope. You track down your friends. So what do you think about these new people? Mars asks. I don't want to share this planet. Oh, him. Them being here might help us with the monsters, but I do not like the new commander. The top two are out of the question. I'm probably
Yeah, no, the top two, it's just like, we're not that much of optimists, no.
Oh. Tangent nods. They don't live here. They don't know what it's like, and they're just gonna swoop in and act like they're better than us. She hugs her arms around herself. Did you see what they were doing to Instance? The entire colony, now twice as many as you, sets to work on salvaging the wreckage of the Heliopause, tearing it down and combining it with the Stratospheric's remaining engine section. Spirits are high, though. These new colonists from the Heliopause aren't like people you've ever met before. With their uniforms and weapons, they're more like an invading force than a rescue. You aren't sure what this means for the colony or for your future. All right. Well, I believe we have entered our rebellious phase. Chat. As the dust settles, you rebuild your colony around this new ship, the Heliopause. The new arrivals, soldiers are aloof at first. Many see you as fugitives. Weren't we sent here as like an actual advance party to try and colonize this planet? Why are they calling us fugitives? That's so weird. Together, you build the new walls, living quarters, greenhouses, and massive bunker garrison. The Stratos engineering wing is the only reminder of your old colony. Heliopause brought enough rations for another 5 years. Okay, that's good. As well as a rich seed bank and working hydroponics. Finally, an end to the slow starvation you felt for years. They also have more guns and explosives than you've ever seen in your life. Even the ship has guns. A full stomach, a roof over your heads, and the promise of safety convinces most Exocolonists to accept the Helios. In turn, the Helios decide that you criminals pose little threat. A grudging peace is brokered between the two groups. You decide they aren't so different, really. There are even Helio children born among the stars, just like you. Oh, do we get to meet friends? After a month of hard work, you and your dad move into your new quarters, and you have your own bedroom for the first time of your life. You place a picture of your mother on the shelf beside your bed. You step out into your own balcony to watch the new colony. Its grounds bustling with so many strangers and strange new ideas. Less stress, less colony defense, status ended starving. That's a good thing. You feel something rising in your chest that you haven't felt in some time. Hope? Excitement? What will the new day bring? You better get out there and find out. Cautiously, no, we're gonna rush. Frick it. Let's go. Oh, let's take a look around at the new area.
Yep, you've got some new places to look through now.
There's Cal. Who are you? Alright, I have to get to know you in a second. Oh, hello. New faces. That's fun.
Cool.
There's Dad. This must be the new... Yep. Geoponics. Hey, Dad. Even though it hurts, you find yourself wandering over to geoponics. It feels not good to be here in the place that your mom loved and gave her life to, but not good either. Feels like when you have a bruise and you can't stop yourself from pushing on it because the pain reminds you the injury is real. Like your mom dying is this huge invisible wound and poking it forces you to feel something instead of just being. Your dad is taking time off work. Your parents worked double and triple shifts during the last growing season. Now that it's over, it just feels too cruel. When people work hard, they should be able to look back on what they did and feel proud. Instead, there's just this huge gap where your mom should be. Oh. You find your dad sitting in your mom's personal garden. It's miraculously starting to grow again, despite being trampled flat during the last attack. Neglected during the famine before that. Still, various bitumen flowers are starting to sprout, as well as hardier earth ones like dandelions. Your dad looks up and musters a smile. He pats the bench next to him. You false start a few times. It's almost impossible to think of something to say when there's this magnitude of grief between you. He gives you time. When it's obvious you want to talk but don't know what to say, he takes your hand and you larger. Did I ever tell you about how your mom and I started dating? You shake your head. You know they grew up together in the first colony on Earth, but nothing about the relationship. He smiles and looks at the garden as he remembers. I always thought she was too cool for me, he says quietly. Things were, well, people didn't like us much on Earth. So she was always kind of a bruiser. Always ready to pop off even when she was your age. She and Rhett were the same back then, he reminisces. I always thought they were going to end up together. Then your mom got injured when the first colony was attacked. I was working part-time in the clinic, and I guess that's when she realized I liked her. We had to apply to get on the stratospheric. Continues. We'd only been seeing each other for a few weeks, so I was surprised when she said we should apply as a couple. They wanted all different kinds of family groups: single people, couples who could have kids or couldn't, triads and quads. But we all had to be young, and there weren't many teenagers willing to commit to being, mating pair. It upped our chances of being picked. He laughed and scrubbed his face with his hand. She wanted to get off that planet more than anything. I don't think she realized she'd fallen in love with me until we were already in space, he says wryly. Lucky for me, right? Your dad shakes his head fondly. There aren't many people like your mom, kiddo. You nod, surprised to feel a tear trickle down your cheek. There's so much you don't know about her and what she was like, more than just being your mom. It really is hitting you that she was a person before you knew her. It's hitting you that she was a person before you knew her, and never know her like that. There's a past you'll never fully know, just like there's a future that she'll never know. Your dad puts an arm around your shoulder. You sit like that for a long, long while. Aww. Oh, we can still talk to him. I'm glad the soldiers aren't bothering our little buddy. Hello, my little tomato. Dad's voice rings out across the fields, hale and hearty. You don't have to have it in yourself to be embarrassed, not during pollen. Not when the memory of him struggling to breathe is so fresh in your mind. Are you coming to check on your old man? He teases you. He takes a deep breath, holds it, and lets it all out comfortably. I'm doing great. No congestion, no sneezing, and I definitely don't want to take a hike outside the walls. Dad love. Dad pulls you into a big hug, ruffling your hair. He smells like sunshine and dirt and sweat. And you've never been happier to breathe it all in. He's alive. I'm proud of you, he says quietly. You can pull off miracles, kiddo. Aw.
Huh. I wonder if you don't have enough, research for the cure at this point, if he's just dies of pollen.
Don't. We have had enough sad things happen. Dad cannot die. We can't have this. I'm trying to remember, how far were we on the cure? Did we figure it out? Maybe we did. I can't remember, do you? I remember working a tangent on it. Quite a bit.
I remember you got like multiple points of progress towards it, so it's possible that you've already gotten the cure.
Huh. Okay. I do want to talk to the new two. I'm just looking around. Nem! You came out! How are you doing? You and them watch a unit of Helio soldiers drive by with Vance in the lead. You see that guy? She says. Her shot. He's kind of hot, right? All right, Nem. That's the first conversation we have after what just happened at the beginning of this year.
Look, man, she's trying to cope. If it involves checking out a hot piece of ass, just let her.
Did I already talk to Cal? So this is just us doing our first little thing. Finish some shut eye, hands on deck, Jim up and running again. Okay, no. I like the sound it makes. Clear minded. How about you, Mars? How you doing? Over a real book with real paper. You crowd around and take a look. This belongs to that new kid, Nummy. Mars says, Lilting? What? I've never seen that word before. Lilting her voice like a question. Oh, okay. I guess just raising it. I told them I was looking for someone to draw designs for my new fashion line. They just handed me this. The book is filled with character designs, giant robots, and pictures of characters kissing. So good, Mars says, turning the pages. This is what we need here. People with talent. Oh, Mars. Alright, let's get to know the new kids. The colony's full of new people. Everywhere you look, you see a stranger. It's disorienting. After growing up in a closed spaceship, you never expect to meet humans that weren't made there on Vertumina. Well, hello. You're heterochromic, and you have animal ears. Interesting. You bump straight into one of the new people while you're jogging through the colony. Oof. He laughs and holds you steady, brushing the imaginary dust off of you and giving you a wide-fanged smile. Hey, it's one of the kids from the Heliopause. You think his name is Rex? Hey, what's up? You play it cool, give him a little nod. You notice he's wiggling his little dog ears. You can really move. They could really move independently. Pleased to meet you, he says. I'm Rex. And Rex. Dog mentioned. Rex puts his hand against his cheek, looking cute and lost. Huh, since I'm here, do you think you could help me find the construction yard? I thought I might apply for a job there. No, we literally just met! Why are you doing this?
You can 100% immediately hit on everyone you meet.
Oh my
if you
gosh.
wanted to. But I mean, no.
They even have like a little spiked section on his shirt, like it's a collar. Oh my gosh. Anyway, do I want to hang out with them or just send him away? Because it's like I could take you there, or I just point him in a direction. Yeah, let's take him there. Maybe we'll get to know him a little bit. Welcome over to command. Everything's moved around since the Heliopause landed, but the construction yard is still in command. Hey, hello! Lord Birch, thank you for the subby! I appreciate it. How are you doing today? You popping in? How's it going? I'm finally back to I was a teenage exocolonist. I'm so excited! Welcome over to command. Everything's moved around since the Heliopause landed, but the construction yard is still in command where it always was. At the entrance, you meet Mars, filing her nails and waiting for somebody. Work's busy, but I'm excited for the game. Yeah! Well, hello, cutie, she says to Rex. Where did you come from? He looks her up and down and grins. I'm just an angel who fell from the sky, darling. Oh, God. It's gonna be
Don't worry.
so cringy.
Don't worry. Your character is reacting like you are. It's fine.
All right. Oh, yeah, exactly. You try not to gag as the two of them flirt. You give a loud ahem and point Rex towards the construction yard. He looks back at Mars over his shoulder and winks as he leaves. Rex is fun. He seems like a fun dude. You are absolutely precious. I love everything about your design. I hope I love you as a character. Totally. I love everything about this design. You've seen Nomi Nomi around since the Heliopause landed. They're around your age and barely a meter and a half tall, only coming up to your shoulder. You've never seen anyone dress as strangely as they do. I don't know what you're talking about. I think they look cute. Anyway. Hi, their voice high-pitched and quick. I'm Nomi Nomi. It's short for nomination. Oh, I'm so sorry. Why? Okay. Don't worry about it. Nomination. Nomi Nomi. They do a little twirl and a bow. You introduce yourself and ask her about her outfit, ask her about their gender, ask what they do for fun. I don't know. Their outfit doesn't look that strange to me. I mean,
Duh, gotta ask them about fun.
Gotta do for fun? Well, Nomi Nomi begins. Kind of a bit of everything. I like designing outfits and reading manga and learning about dinosaurs. Oh my god, I love you. You're my favorite person ever. And cool xenofauna and robots, aliens. Oh, and watching anime and playing Laser Fable, of course. Most lately, I play Laser Fable. It's so fun to play it outside with the great big endless outdoors. Nomi Nomi dances in a circle, waving their arms and gesturing at your surroundings. Challenge them to a game of Laser Fable. Yes! You're on! Nomi Nomi helps you install it on your holopalm and explains the rules. Laser Fable is an augmented reality game where you bounce hologram lasers off real objects nearby. It's speed-based, so you're running around and bumping into each other, and there are extended house rules about when it's legal to block each other's lasers. Honestly, that sounds really fun. 17. Can I do anything better? For each unplayed card. Okay, we'll do that one on the next round. Like that. Put that D3. Card becomes a 3. That's why. Okay. Not wasted. Actually, give me a sec. This is best. No. Here. Because this is the hand I'll have the fewest played cards. Or I guess the most cards. Do I actually get better? No. You just get it for the color bonus. Got it. am being assaulted by hydrates. Thank you for the hydrates! Oh, wow. Welcome, everybody. Your count went up more than I thought it was going to for my first day back on the, Still Wednesday. Happy to see you all. I hope you are enjoying the game as much as I am. That card becomes a 3 again. Gosh darn it. Are messing with me. Do this. I still love this picture. This one. I'm trying to think how I can finagle this. +1 to
I mean, you're only on round 2 and you're already most of the way there, yeah?
I know, but I'm trying to blow it out of the water. This thing.
Fair enough.
+10 stress. +1 if this has the highest value. That becomes a 3. 4. Oh, I've already beat it. We get a super goal. I'll take it. That means we beat Nomi. Right on, sister. Nomi gives you a high five with a couple of quick flicks on their gauntlet, gives you a kudos for winning. They explain this. Oh, whoa, hello. Zephyr. How's it going, Zephyr? Welcome.
Oh, Ray.
How's it going? How are you doing? How was your stream? What are you playing? Welcome to everybody. I am Nixie. We are currently playing I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, which is it's mostly visual novel. It's got some deck building aspects to it, but the characters are great and it's been a delight. If you like visual novels, I recommend it. But yeah, how's it going, Zephyr? Tales of Vesperia. Cool. Remind me. Vesperia. Lloyd?
Main character, no, Yuri.
No. Yuri. Okay, that one. That's the one with the doggo. I like the doggo.
Yes, with the doggo.
Right. I have. Which one's with Lloyd? Symphonia.
Yeah, Lloyd's Symphonia.
Okay. Lloyd is Symphonia. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I remember the spirit. I've seen a lot of the Tales games, but they all kind of like merged until I know what characters I'm talking about, and then once I have character names, I can place the whatever game it was. I don't know why that's the distinction for me. But welcome. If you need to drop from chat or anything, or lurk, or do your own thing after stream care, feel free. There's no judging here. You can just take care of yourself after stream, and I'll do my best to take care of the raiders. How's it going? Welcome. I hope y'all enjoy the game. We have just met this girl named Nomi, and they are very colorful. I love their design, and they like dinosaurs and robots and xenofauna and playing games and anime, which is just like, yes, I love this character in every way, shape, or form. I'm super excited. Doodle Shark, yes, this is Tazgal. Speak, Tazgal. Say steps.
Yes, hello, it is I. I am Shark.
He is Shark. He is Whale Shark. He also streams. He streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I believe I have a link to him down below if you're interested. But yes, welcome. I hope y'all enjoy. Fox! Are you the one who led the raid?
What? No.
I see you, Fox!
Why would he do that?
Interdimensional alien VTuber that plays games such as Digimon, Pokemon, Trails, Guilty Gear, Final Fantasy, Genshin Impact, Pokemon Burial, Orange juice? I mean, I know what, like, the drink is, but...
Ah, okay.
Loves to do various voice impressions. Finally, friendly and humble alien to talk to. Awesome! Cool, cool, cool. Welcome, everyone. Nomi gives you a high five and a couple of quick clicks. Yeah, we read through that. She paid us for playing game with her and beating her. Except they mostly don't want to play anymore. They say they're too old for it. They just want to be soldiers now. Except Rex. He's still cool. We met Rex earlier. He's got some augmentation, so he has like dog ears. This is Rex over here. He's also got heterochromia. Actually, did she? Did she have it? Can't remember. I didn't look at her eyes. I was looking at her entire. Oh no, her eyes are just really colorful. They're really cool. I like them. Make something, have a present for you. What is my check? Creativity. I will come back to talk to you. Also feels the hard mode of Trails in the Sky second chapter. Wow! I think I'm playing on normal right now. No, technically it's normal mode. Okay.
Yeah, Trails is like, oh, did you put hard mode on? Prepare to suffer. Oh, are you still on normal? You're still gonna get beat up.
Yeah, I mean, I still have to do a little bit of grinding to keep our levels in check. Otherwise,
Yeah,
we'll have a bad day.
Trails is going to try and take your lunch money, whether you like it or not.
Hard mode is a difficulty on that game I do not plan on taking a shot at anytime soon. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, we will come back to Nomi Nomi. I think there was one more person to meet. I could be crazy, but I thought there was one. Are you? Where are you? There you are. Who are you? Ooh, you look intense. This new boy from the Heliosphere is a couple years older than you. He's very handsome and the missing arm gives him a heroic battle scarred vibe. He stands tall and ready for action, even though it's a normal, boring day. The other recruits milling around the garrison give him a wide, respectful berth. Now that I think about it, what was the girl's name that used to be over the garrison after what was I haven't seen her. Did she actually die in the attack too? He sees you staring and giving you a curt nod. My name is Vance. Vase. You're Vase. Lieutenant Oliviatius? Oliv- How would you pronounce that? Does.
Olivacious?
Oliviatius.
Olivacious or something. I don't know. That's a tough one.
We'll just go with Vase. Uh, considering you with a glint of challenge in his eye. And you are? Shows a Cold Steel 2 wasn't as hard? You're thinking of Nimmy. Thinking of Nimmy for No. There was like another person over the garrison that took over whenever the first commander died.
Oh, that one. You're talking about Olympia or whatever her
Her
name
name was
was?
Olympia, wasn't it? Was it?
Yeah, haven't seen her, but I don't think she's dead.
I don't think we've gotten any confirmation. She was with us when we went like exploring in the outside. The scout lady, yes. I don't think she died. Maybe your playthrough went weird though. Yeah, all kinds of crazy stuff can happen in this game. Apparently, you can get all kinds of different flags and just yeah, it's insane. I definitely want to play through it a few times just to see what else I can pick and choose from. You should. Okay, I just haven't seen her then. I even have him cosplaying as Jotaro. Oh my gosh! Repeat is the doggo from. Yeah. Have him cosplaying as Jotaro. It's one of the bonus costumes that comes with the edition. That's amazing! I love it. Jotaro dog. I think you only see her outside the colony. Okay, cool. I just know I hadn't seen her in a while, and I was like, well, that big attack did apparently kill a bunch of people, but I felt she was a named character and I would be informed about her. Okay, how do you introduce yourself? I practically run this place. I'm a soldier like you. I'm into science. I'm an explorer. We're an explorer. That's just. I want to just have some fun before I die. Before I die. This is how I've been playing the character. This is how I would typically answer. His expression doesn't change. Is that right? He says, with the air of a boy who's hard to impress. Nice to meet you, Solana. I hear it's been a rough couple of years for the colony. Lucky thing our Heliopause came along and just in time. He continues. Don't worry, we have some of the best soldiers, the very best. We'll keep the colony safe. We were doing just fine before. No, we weren't. I'm sorry. We were not. Are you one of those best soldiers? I don't even know what you're referring to. We train as a team, but Face says as he clears his throat. Yes, I've won more than my fair share of zero-G judo matches and virtual riflery tournaments, even after competing against adults. Every one of them. Okay. But yet it didn't give me this option for Nomi Nomi. That's the one I would have considered. Dang it.
Maybe next time.
Maybe I just need to befriend more. I bet I could take you. Being planetside is totally different. This feels challenging, and I don't know. We could. Maybe they would enjoy someone who's. I don't know. That's not what I meant to select. Oh well. Face says doubtfully. Oh, you're welcome to try. I hope to see you at self-defense classes. Probably will. We do a lot of stuff. And they still don't bother my little kitty cat thing. My little kitty cat octopus. Because in the Sky is one of those games where you have to do side missions, starting the main mission. For sure. Alright. Let's rotate back to Nomi Nomi, because I think I can get a card from them. I have a present for you. I want to make some. Nomi flaps her hands in front of their face. I do, but it's so hot on this planet, don't you think? You shrug. Sure, it's different than living on a climate-controlled spaceship, but you're kind of used to it by now. Nomi snaps their fingers. Wait, we should make something to stay cool. Look at this face! Look at this! That's hilarious. I love it.
Also, that's a rainbow card? Damn. Good character.
Definitely. Oh, that's a different expression, too. Creativity. Friendship with Nomi Nomi. You and Nomi. My brain has triggered to just calling her Nomi Nomi, and now her name, it changes whatever, it's fine. You and Nomi brainstorm all sorts of weird and wonderful ways to stay cool. Umbrella hats, sunglasses with funny shapes, giant vats of cooling goop, but it seems all too complicated. Eventually, you just end up doodling on some of Nomi's paper and folding it to make paper fans. Sometimes the best solutions are the most simple. They smile, fanning themselves with their Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform fan. Ah, they named it. Yep, I like Nomi Nomi. How are the Digimon you showcased? Digimon games? Are you talking about the things you linked in the Discord? What was it? It was Gallantmon. I remember it was like I pulled it up during the last stream. It was Mojamon and then a special Gallantmon. They look cool. Well, I mean, Mojamon. What is it supposed to be? I didn't actually go to the links because I don't use Twitter a whole bunch. But I saw the pictures and I thought the Gallantmon looked cool. What are they supposed to be? Like, what are the links? What's up here? Alright, so now we have command up here. We can deliver supplies, work in the depot. We're stress-free, so we can pretty much do whatever we want right now. What is the thing that lets me hang out with Nomi? What is actually my whole friendship? Like, where are all my friends at right now? Oh no! They gray out. No! No! Oh, look, there's people we haven't met. Okay, congrats.
Oh, I mean, I guess that does tell you that Utopia is still alive.
Yes, it does. That's true. Nice. 15 years old and could spot a Dorb moth from a click away. You've got a knack for finding hidden things, staying hidden when you need to. And you know all sorts of things about animals. Cool. Our best friend is Nim, which makes sense because I absolutely adore Nim. My little ray of sunshine.
Deese is your best
Oh
friend.
yeah,
Excuse
he
you.
does have one extra star. Is it? No, two. He's got 1.5. 1.5 extra.
Wow, I think Deese just lost an entire heart just from
Look,
your complete
look,
obliviousness.
the whole reason Dis and I are friends, or one, I picked him as my best friend at the beginning before I knew like any of their personalities. And we went on so many adventures that he was just like, yes, cool person.
Yeah, fair enough. You were always going outside the walls, and so was he, so.
So now we have the new kids that we need to befriend. So I'd like to see if I can pick something to hang out with them, build up theirs. Mars still isn't super friendly with me, but Tangent got a lot better while we were researching the cure for the pollen disease. Anyway, alright. Nomi's thing is creativity, so I'm assuming if I do a creative thing, which I need to do anyway. That's relaxing. Actually, what I really need to do is brain. I need more brain. Study humanity. That would technically be activity, persuasion, friendship, right, I forgot it tells me which friendship I get. There you are. I found you. And we can still pursue our friendship with Tangent. It's a win-win. The links are basically the same. Time changer. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Yeah, that's super cool. Has that Gallantmon showed up anywhere else previous, or is it just a special design for the new game? Let's go study engineering like smart people. You're scuttling a metallic leg. What the heck? And a strange knee-high robot bursts into your engineering lab, going at full tilt on its 6 spidery legs. I don't like that. It slams into the wall hard enough to knock itself down. It seems to be having trouble getting back up again, flailing its metal legs around dangerously. I don't have enough brain to fix it. Put it back out in the hall, sure. Oh, it was stressful, apparently. Ouch! It accidentally slashes you with a leg while scrambling to find purchase. Stupid robot. Congruence TV thingy wheels in squeakily as the robot runs off down the hall. Sorry about that, she chirps. I'm so close to getting its movement algorithm online. I have the RoboVax. Corner it and we can try again. Working with robots is just so hard with no hands, she continues, wailing back and forth in a display of frustration. This was much easier when Hal was here. I miss him. Congruence doesn't need to be clear her throat, but you can get the distinct impression she's simulating it anyway. Well, if you know someone who loves to tinker with bots, let them know I need a helper. Get to work. Oh no, brain. I have nothing but brawn, though. Keep between rounds. Right, this
It's
is
like,
the one.
yes.
God. How do I make these bigger again? See. So this was the monster we fought at the top of the year. It's
Yep.
insane. It was scary as heck. Oh look, a little one. Mars, why would I use this? Why would I do this? We can brute force it with strength. Kind of. I'm actually one under, sadly. can.
Swap one of the 4s and the 5s around.
Oh, so you get a better score from it going 4-5-4 rather than 4-4-5.
Well, as it shows directly below the part where it says studying engineering, you have a +2 bonus to straights.
Yeah. Give me a break. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Don't think he has in terms of media. He was cyber. B side. Gotcha. Okay, cool. I'm excited about that game. I want to play it. All right, we win. And with 3 stars, I show him. Yes, friendship. The game seems to be leaning towards Nomi using they them. We didn't ask about gender, but that seems to be what the implication is. Yep. I think that's right. I think we can let's check on Dad now that the pollen's going full force. Doing okay, Dad? Dad is deep in conversation with official looking people from the ship. You arrive in time to hear him say, "They're not aliens, they're livestock. I should know, I shovel enough of their." He sees you and brightens. "Excuse me, fellows, my kid's here. We'll have to continue this later." He throws his arm around your shoulder and walks you away. "Thanks, kiddo. You showed up just in time." Hey, we helped. He seems fine. I think we did figure out what the cure was last time. Hey, Dis. How you doing, bud? Dis looks haunted, with dark circles etched deep under his eyes. "Why bother?" he mutters, pulling his sleeves over his hands fully. "Why are we? They're just going to come again. It's pointless. Living is Okay, Dis. My guy.
Man, dude, you really got into nihilism, huh?
He did. There you are! This is another design I absolutely love. Bravery, perception, friendship with. We're already at 50, so I'm kind of leaning towards learning, becoming friends with other people. All events have respawn. Granted, foraging in the valley is fantastic for getting supplies. Hey, Nem. How you doing? Nem looks around at all the new soldiers. So cool. Why didn't we act more like these guys in the first place? Alright. We're doing good on food. So we can spend our time pretty much however we want. I could keep trying to get my, I actually have pretty decent biology stats. It's just everything else is horrible. And this is engineering and reason, which are both pretty low for me. So it probably wouldn't hurt to keep for a little bit. Oh, to further your engineering knowledge, you're taking a mini class from Chief Engineer on the construction and maintenance of Heliopause. These devices are engineered bismuth crystals embedded in your palms when you start school. They use the heat and electric current of the human body to power themselves, to talk to each other, and connect to the holonet. Congruence massive repertoire of information. You can barely remember life before yours. Can you imagine? Having like a thing that's just embedded in like your palm? That's wild. I mean,
it'd probably be convenient, but also yikes.
It's just like, I don't know. Holopoms were commonplace by the time the Vertumina group first formed on Earth, where bismuth is grown in the lab. Where bismuth lab? Okay. Instance explains. So the physical device itself isn't hard to maintain. The difficulty is in the display and touch interface. Yeah, because it looks like it's called a holopalm, so it's literally like It's not a real screen, of course, because that would be really bad coming out of your hand. Instance opens her holopalm, displaying a visible projected screen floating above her palm. As chief engineer, she also has one of the fancier versions that combines with a pair of eyeglasses to superimpose a projection right onto what she sees. The interface relies on plasma voxel generators, which require extremely small components that are impossible to nanoprint. The materials will have to be mined from Protumina itself. Tang raises her hand. Is it possible to hack these devices? She says. If the biological electronic interface is so thin, is it possible to hack the human body? That's a good question. In a way, we've already begun to hack the human body, Instance replies. What do you call gene tech? Everything the body does and is capable of depends on 4 nucleobases in different configurations. It's no different than congruence. Human and artificial intelligence are both built from a limited code and are transformed more by the building. Your genetic enhancements, super hearing and sight, temperature regulation, increased resistance to fear, disease, and fatigue. Do we have the increased resistance to fear? We do some crazy stuff. All present in the human genome and unlocked by the power of science. I don't think that was Tangent's question. The class splits
Too bad.
into working groups to explore the installment modules on your holopalm. You and Tangent are in a group together, and she begins installing a mod that'll let her scan inorganic materials and get a reading of their chemical composition. What do you do? Why would I try and remove it? That sounds horrible. Just because no, we're not doing that.
That just makes me think we have technology. You immediately start trying to rip it out of your palm.
We are not doing that. Granted, I get the concern Tangent brought up. Yeah, and ripping out your holopalm would probably discourage her a lot. You don't feel comfortable modeling your own holopalm yet, so you just sit and watch Tangent as she upgrades hers. She's hesitant at first, but relaxes after she realizes you're not here to judge her. You learn a lot from her. She can be nice as long as you don't ask too many dumb questions and you're doing something like she likes. Okay. One card slot gets +2. Oh. That face. Duplicate wind. 4, 3, 2. Nope.
Ooh. Yeah, that one that can turn everything blue, that's really good.
It is. It's hard to figure out a spot to put it. Oh. I might just have to redraw the hand. Oh no, we still beat it. Just barely. We hit the exact result. I'll take it.
It just works.
Remember, guys, we are not strong on our brain abilities.
What you talking about? You brain good.
I went very hard on the masa, big macho.
You say that your combat is lower than like your creativity.
But I
Yeah,
got
no, they're
so
about
much
equal.
perception and animal.
Yeah, but those are the two that you min-maxed for.
True.
Like
'Cause I
you
wanted
have
animal.
decent biology, and your creativity and bravery are good. But if someone asked you to organize something, I'm pretty sure you couldn't, even if it was already organized.
Well, thank you. That's not very nice.
Just meaning your character, not you.
Let's hang out with Rex and Mars. Vic sends you all around the colony delivering supplies. During your first week, it's mostly small things you can carry by hand or push on a little cart. Stuff like tools and electronics. Some are high priority, which means you have to move fast. Oh, that lowered stress. Nice. It's only by 3, but yeah. It's fun getting to yell, important delivery coming through, and people actually get out of the way. That's cute. Value is wild. I think this is that card that I'm like, I have no clue what this does.
Yeah, if I remember right, when you looked over the instructions for it, what that ends up meaning is that it is equal to whatever value you have between straights, same suit, and same number sort of thing. So it ends up being equal to the value of your special bonuses.
My special bonuses? Yeah, I don't understand. Hey, I actually got all 3 stars.
Nice.
Dust season, so the pollen's over now. And everyone has moved their positions. Go see how Dad's doing again. Dad is not over here. Oh no, Dad's over here. You overhear your dad talking to one of the other cultivators. He seems to be upset about something to do with the new governor and people from the Heliopause. When the other woman leaves, you have a chance to ask some of the burning questions you've had. Who are those new people? Is Governor Lum some kind of space cop? Why did the Helios know about Mom? Honestly, that one. I guess I'm kind of curious about that too.
Damn space cops.
How could you let them just take over? It wasn't his decision. No burning questions here! Your dad looks startled and tries to muster a friendly smile. You overheard us, kiddo? Listen, Solana, he hesitates and looks around nervously as if afraid you're being watched. You're just gonna have to trust us adults on this one. There are things you're still too young to understand. But I'm not too young. I'm like 15, honestly. What could be so, like, detrimental that you could be told it at 15, right?
You see, we committed a terrible crime. We went and colonized another alien planet. That one's fine. That one was 100% legal. But along the way, we made children. That was super illegal.
I don't think that's the illegal thing. They are calling us fugitives, so is he actually going to tell me they were part of some, like, what would be the term?
It could be like a rebelling colony or something that effectively had to flee from the actual government when they came to crack down on them and then jumped through a wormhole to escape.
I'm not too young.
I mean, it could be any number of things, really.
I thought the same about myself once, your dad says. I was wrong. Fine, you're going based off of experience. The Helios came here just like us to look for a better life, he tells you. Some of them had other reasons, too. But now that they're here, we have to learn how to work together. When your mother and I were young on Earth, we learned a hard lesson. He gives a grim smile. We learned a lot of hard lessons. One that it was safer to be led by one dangerous person than be attacked by an army of them. He lets that sink in. Another was that sometimes when adults tell you not to worry, you should listen to them. Go on, enjoy your youth. He gestures towards the Heliopause. Go get to know some of those new kids. I'm sure that you'll find that they're a lot like you. Before you can say another word, your dad is called back to work. There's still so much to be done to rebuild the farms and geoponic greenhouses, and you can see people from the Helio helping. Maybe they aren't all that bad.
But anytime someone says there's nothing to worry about is usually when you have to worry the
about
most.
Yeah. Let's see who we can hang out with in geoponics while helping out. Ow, we can do a lot. Into the animals. Cal. Just Cal. Cal is the only person we hang out with in geoponics.
All the new people are like, ew, food.
Ew. Dirt. I can hang out with Mars and Rex again. You're charging with delivering a special package from the administrator Seek to Chief Engineer Instant. The wrapping is so fancy. Seek must have nanoprinted the pretty handkerchief and ribbon specially for this package. You can't help but stare, but Seek snaps at you to mind your own business and get to work. Yikes! Alright, touchy much. Fang laughs when she sees you in engineering holding Seek's gift. Again? She says, rolling her eyes. You try to hand it. Wait. You try to hand her the package, but she looks at you like it's a stick of dynamite. Oh, no, I don't want any part of this, she insists. Just go through those doors and give it to Instant, if you want to ruin everyone's day. What? What? What could it be?
What are you delivering?
You want to ruin everyone's day. We get a card if we just open it. Right?
I mean, it can't kill you.
Investigation. +1 if card is. Okay. You tear away the pretty wrapping to reveal a small wooden carving. It's smooth and warm, and you can see where the real tools shape the wood, not a nanoprinter. Vic must have put a lot of time and effort into it. It's clearly a carving of Instance. Her hard expression is instantly recognizable, even if the rest of her is a... Oh, gosh! Oh, no! Oh, that's funny. Is naked. Yep, she sure is naked. You quickly cover it back up before someone sees you holding a naked lady doll.
Why? Who made this and for what purpose?
I don't want it either. But Zeke will be pissed if we bring it back to her opened. Well, I guess we could say that Instance opened it and just said bring it back.
Cast it into the fire.
Cast it.
Destroy it.
Yeah, let's do that. My rebellion's going up quite a bit, isn't it? Can't see it, it's behind me.
You're close to like 50-50.
Oh, wait, right. Over here. Yep. I'm at 45. You detour through the nanoprinter material recycling room and drop the package in the chute. Whatever it was for, it'll be separated into its base molecules and turned into new shoes or whatever. I got kudos for doing that. Zeke looks excited by your return. Did she like it? What did she say? You lie and tell them that Instance loved it. Zeke is overjoyed and gives you a nice fat tip. Hopefully this won't come back to bite you in the butt. It absolutely will. Could be a bad card. Don't know what this is though. It was a pretty decent card, but it's just like, at what cost? Potent brew. A random card is locked in one slot. Oh, it doesn't actually take that one away, though. Interesting. We'll eventually be good at engineering, isn't he? Oh, wait, no, this is organizing and engineering. We'll eventually be good at that. Bitumen Festival is welcomed. Oh, yeah, the festival. It's a welcome day of normalcy in an otherwise chaotic year. Despite some of the lingering rivalry between the two factions, Bituminalia is a chance for the Helios and Stratos to come together and appreciate the bounty of the planet. At least that's what the adults say. As Governor Lum takes the stage to address the colony, you can't help but notice that the crowd has segregated itself according to their ship of origin. Rex shoots you away from the other side, on the Stratos side, and Nomi makes a silly face. Face is surrounded by other young soldiers and all looking sharp in their Heliopause. With Dis standing beside you, you wonder if the two ships will ever feel like one colony. Well, at least our friends are nice. Fanfare plays over the square's announcement. Lum's honor guard do a complex drill with their drone rifles. Greetings, people of Vertumina, Lum says, his voice ringing out over the square. We may be far from our beautiful Earth, but we can still celebrate and be thankful for what we have here. We've worked hard to save this beleaguered little colony from the brink of destruction and should be proud of our work. The Helios cheer. Your side of the square is more quiet.
Well,
I mean, you could hate
they
the
did help
commander.
save them, but
Yeah.
like,
I get it. But Lum's really the only bad dude here so far as like people we've met. I know some of you have been asking, Lum, how are you going to do it all by yourself? You're not. You've had a colony helping you. What are you talking about? How are you going to run the colony, solve everyone's problems, turn this planet into a paradise, and look this good? You don't. Lum strikes a pose as a smattering of polite applause. To a smattering of polite applause. Well, I have the answer for you, he continues. The old council made a lot of bad choices, like illegally leaving Earth. Did they? I have no information based off of that. But I believe in second chances, so I've appointed the original department heads to my own council. Lum's Council 2.0. Better not disappoint me, he laughs and makes a finger gun at the department heads at the foot of his podium. Stay on your toes, Stratos. He keeps saying they illegally left, but they were picking people for this expedition, right? That's what our dad told us, is that him and our mom were willing to be a couple so that they would have kids on the trip, and they were in their teens.
yeah. Well, he may have elaborated and or lied. We don't know.
I know. Apparently, he doesn't think we're old enough yet. I want to promise to everyone here today that we're going to make Vertuminous safe for humans, Lum says. The next time those bastard Xenos attack, we're going to blow them to so many little pieces, there won't be enough left to wipe off our boots. You didn't see what we fought, sir. No events. We've already got the defenses, he says, gesturing broadly to the new, taller, thicker walls. And we're building homes for everyone. Homes where people can raise children again, knowing that our military men and women are keeping us safe. Big cheers from both sides this time. Some of the colonists around you even have tears in their eyes, especially those who've lost family in the last attack. But, alright, we'll see how well he does. Lum goes on for a while, lionizing the Heliopause military strength and casting subtle digs at your failed colony experiment. Finally, the crowd disperses to set up square for the afternoon festivities, some traditional and some new. At the tables, Aunt Anne and the kids are all setting out the spread for dinner. There's an unimaginable amount of food, thanks to the Heliopause's huge ration surplus and the piles upon piles of xeno meat from the hunting parties for those who can stomach it. Anne is all smiles, clearly making an effort to move on as Lum mandated, despite still mourning her lost son Calm. That made me sad. But not even the festive atmosphere can force a smile on Nim's face. That's fair. That's only telling me Mars's? Mars? Okay. I don't think we have one. And then Nim. That line about her gawking at face was really off the cuff in the middle of all this. Now that I think about it, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That was a weird place for that line. It's party time. We should be mourning, not celebrating. Who do these Helio jerks think they are? I miss my mom. My heart. I get the sentiment. Oh, Cal. Cal hauls a massive tureen of stew onto the table. Yeah, me too, he adds quietly. She should have been here to see this. I think she'd be really proud of how hard we worked in geoponics. The chime sounds to announce the square is set up for the annual competition. What do you choose this year? We apparently aren't good enough for anything else. I need only 30 organizing to do this, and I can't. Trivia.
You cannot organize.
Persuasion. No! It's Xeno wrestling again! I thought there was one last year that I was able to do something else in. It must have been a
To be
creative.
fair, these actually sound like they're different because it used to be there
Yeah.
was a bot athlon course, not Xeno wrestling.
See, I thought I
Um,
did. No, the talent show. I've done the
Yeah,
talent
talent
show
show.
before.
You have. Apparently, you have to have higher requirements to do it again.
Oh yeah, it goes up each year. That makes sense. I'm just these stats. My combat. Oh wow, actually, I may not be able to do it if I don't raise combat. Yeah. Am I splitting my stats too much? Is that what's going on? Am I trying to lean
No,
too
I
close to
wouldn't say
balance?
so because you've gotten 2 that are like maxed out. It's just that you're currently working on improving some of your other ones right now, and this is just one of those instances where it's not relevant to the current event.
Without calm to run the obstacle course, the physical competition has been replaced with a float cow rodeo. The bulls have their air bladders emptied and weights attached to their grasshopper legs, keeping them low enough to wrangle. Nim joins the rodeo along with Vase. She fiercely dedicates her participation to Calm's memory. This is cruel, Kalsha. Oh, yeah, that's fair. From the sidelines, float cows are friends, not foes. He throws a ripe potato at the participants. It lands at your feet, but all 3 of you are splattered with juice. Vase takes a few steps towards Cal with his fist raised, but Cal disappeared into the crowd. Fair enough. Cal likes his animals. I appreciate it. For each gem on other cards. Potent. That's a big one. But we're doing 3 rounds? Let's keep these 2. Ugh. That's a low hand. Actually, let's just get rid of those real quick. Get the best out of them we can. I could probably. That adds 2. That adds 1. Not the best. Yeah. Let's just hoard what we've got for now. See what our hand brings. Such a funny picture. -1 kudos. Mars, why do you steal so much from me? Bonus to pairs. Did I actually get a bonus? No. Do I want to keep that or maybe go for the pairs? Do that and that. That's a big number to beat. How many logs do I have? At least a few. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. This one is a problem. Matches all pairs or straights. So it can be whatever I'm missing in a pair or straight? Is that what it's saying?
What? What?
The value is wild?
Yeah, like it's equal to whatever your highest straight and or same number value or however that works.
So like that? Is that how I'd use that? Or it would
Yeah.
represent a 6? Or am I wrong?
Holy shit, that went really well. Yeah, because you have a 13-point straight. Good God.
Yeah, the problem is it still doesn't beat it. I could push through it with stress.
You have items.
I do have items. But it'll also mess up the straight. Unless I add it to all of them. Which I have enough logs to add it to all of them, to be fair. Let's do this one. So add it to that one. That one. I don't have to add it to the middle one because it'll just complete on its own. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, why didn't that bump up? Am I crazy? Oh well, we win. I guess we're good. We win! Victorious! We did it! I got 1 point of combat. Anemone fights hard, but you're the champ. You get a lasso around the ornery bull's neck, and then haul yourself up into its woolly back. Its powerful grasshopper legs bounce you around the ring, but you manage to hold on and wrestle it down into the dirt. The crowd cheers so loud, so you can barely hear the float cow bleeding in discomfort. Aw, poor baby. That's a fun picture, too. Yeehaw! Chief Surveyor Utopia cheers from the stands. Nem looks disappointed. Face looks angry. Your performance has definitely put you on his radar as competition. Look at him. Nem being competitive. After the festivities, the mood of the colony's a lot lighter. You see people smiling easier and often see mixed groups of Helios and Stratos socializing together. Feels like the first time people have actually let themselves relax. Aw. Maybe it'll be okay. I'm still dreading the beginning of the year. I am terrified of the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I mean, you do have a lot more soldiers now, supposedly, but it's still going to be rough.
But it's gotten worse every year. Like, every year, it's gotten worse. And I'm scared of it. I need to do something creative because I have a bonus for it. Right, that's relaxation. I don't need that. I am perfectly relaxed right now. Creativity. I guess it doesn't have to be. Which counts for these. That's organizing and persuasion. Persuasion? Yep. And organizing. So persuasion should be pretty close too. Is it at 25? Yeah, it's probably 25.
Yeah, it's getting pretty close to that first point.
I should just remember where I do everything, but since I'm trying to make friends with the kids too, I'm trying to keep in mind, choose my options.
Mm-hmm.
Persuasion and creativity, we just hang out with Tangent, which is fun. But that would raise 2 stats. Let's go with that. Let's hang out with Tangent. Tang flags you down the hallway. Oh, Solana, do you have a moment? You go out on expeditions sometimes, right? She asks. At least, far more than I do, or would ever wish to. So, would you mind doing me a favor? Sure. It's a small thing, really, and I'm to understand it's not terribly dangerous either. Fang replies, terribly dangerous? I simply need you to bring me some Hopeye eggs the next time you come across a nest out there. I would ask Dis, but, well, she makes an evocative, dismissive gesture. For those who don't know the game, Dis is her brother, but they don't get along very well. I'll keep an eye out for them. That's all I ask, Tang replies primly. Primely? They're quite common. If the report from the foragers were to be believed, they tell me they commonly find these nests in the Valley of Vertigo. Positively lousy
Yeah, lousy.
with them? Okay. Never heard it used in that way before. A bonus to sweet. I have nothing but red. I can probably beat it even without that. Oh, we're close. That's a Xena bag. Go with the one I actually have. There we go. Extras of. Still short on the persuasion. Mid dust. So we can go looking for that in the next one because, like I said, I want to focus on the creativity things. Just so I can boost those stats easier. I'm smart enough to be a tutor now. Congrats tells you that today we'll be learning about the history of capitalism on Earth. You mean why humans used to have nice things and now we just eat mashed trippet and soy cakes? Mars says smugly. Please. Earth humans might have messed everything up, but at least they had style. Ever patient, Congrats ignores Mars's contribution and projects a holovid into the classroom. A solemn woman in weird clothes identifies herself as Haven Constance Odenheim, an educational designer for the Vertumina Group, and tells you that the following experience has been created specifically to teach you, third generation of the group, about the largest contributing factor in Earth's destruction. Capitalism!
Ah,
Okay.
of course.
You and the other students exchange worried looks. Yeah, that's fair. Learning about Earth. You spend the day in an interactive experience that covers the history of capitalism, from the market feudalism to its tradition and transition into colonialism. I don't know why I was struggling with that. Then its major phases like industrialization, mass production, and corporatism. It ends with the discussion of how it collapsed in the late 21st century as the wealth inequality and environmental concerns finally weakened its hegemony, along with the planet itself. It can't have been that bad. It's just more weird cult stuff. The educational experience tells you that, despite being regarded by many as simply an economic system, capitalism has been responsible for more violence on Earth than any act of war. From its very beginnings, as the colonial powers spread capitalism across the globe, it required a constant supply of people to exploit through any means necessary. It took centuries for people to realize how horrible capitalism was once people could no longer hide from its racist colonialist history. I don't know why I struggle with that word. You're partway through the lesson when Cal realizes the parallels. But we live in a colony, don't we? Are we colonizing Vertumina? Isn't that wrong? Of course not, dummy, Mars reasons. There aren't any people here to take the land from. It's just a bunch of animals. No. Yeah, I knew Cal would like that. Cal nods in agreement, but Mars is not impressed. I squashed a Dorbs moth the other day, she retorts. Are you going to put me in future jail for money crimes? Yikes, Solana. You should just lock yourself in your room if you're so worried about hurting the environment. Tangent watches this exchange silently, but turns her head and doesn't meet your eye when you look at her. Interesting. Keep between rounds. Card gets a +2. Oh. What's up? How stressed are we? We're doing okay.
I was gonna say, you're not stressed at all. It's fine.
Feels like our stress isn't going up much, but I know that's partially because we had that festival and it decreased it a lot.
Yeah, you had like 2 different stress refreshes this entire year, so you've like not had to stop and actually recharge at all.
Tangent looks up from her holopause, blinking as her eyes refocus on the middle distance. And then on you. Her previously long hair is gone. We are just noticing this? It is literally the next. We're almost done with this year. She hasn't had her hair this entire time. Blinking as her eyes refocus. Huh. You almost didn't recognize her when you first saw her. You wonder if it was caused by a lab accident. Hello, Solana, she says. Already, KG. Did you need something? No, I just came by to say hello in the most awkward way possible. The faintest hint of relief passes across Tang's face. You get the impression that not pressing her on her personal appearance was a wise choice. Well, hello then, Tang says. She raises her hand as if to push her hair out of her face, but stops when she realizes what she's doing. Rather busy at the moment, actually, so if you don't mind, you take the lead. I don't mind how she looks without her hair. Looks fine. I like it.
Yeah, she looks fine.
Embrace individuality. Well, you two are hanging out now. I see. So what do you do for fun here? Face says, looking around. This is a little backwater, isn't it? A pokey little colony on the ass end of a wormhole. Don't expect much. You play cards? Darts? No? Guys. Sure, I challenge you. Iron stomach? Huh. I suggest a classic Helio test of grit. Punching each other in the stomach until one of you gives up or passes out. It builds character, he says, taping up his knuckles, his biceps glistening menacingly. Did any Helio ever think of putting a piece of metal under their shirt, though? Playing. Face's punch reverberates through the courtyard. He yowls and cradles his fist. He's surprised at first and angry at his pain. But when you pull the sheet of metal from your shirt, he bursts out laughing. Really? Oh, he does have a good personality. Okay. That's fun. I win by default, he snickers. Don't be such a coward, Solana. Take it like a soldier. Still, you didn't get punched in the stomach, so that's a win in your books. Love it. Fantastic. How are you doing, Em? Em looks around at all the new soldiers that arrived on the heliosphere. They look so cool. We already read that. Okay. I'm getting some real whiplash from Em this year. How are you two doing? You two are spending a lot of time together. Rex is holding an ice pack to his eye. Oh, good. It's one of Base's little birds. He says, too tired to scowl at you. What do you want? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, he exclaims, wrapping you in a strong bear hug. He even lifts you off the ground a little. It's a good hug, the kind that makes you instantly just more relaxed. And yeah, I can't interact with her much. We've been spending a lot of time with Mars. I bet you at least gone up a little bit. Nope, not at all. Mars, I don't know what to do with you. I'm sorry. Not even a little. I think the new people like me more than Mars.
To be fair, you did
No,
not
they're only
interact
bad.
with Mars at all for very long.
I know. I tried. Look, I did. There's just a lot of things that she says that I don't agree with.
That and she is kind of a dick early on, so.
Well, she is kind of a lot of people, but it seems like her and Tangent were really close friends early on, too. And we didn't spend a lot of time with Tangent, either. Oh, wow. I didn't realize what time it was. Ah, it's good to get lost in a nice game again. Makes me so happy. Hey, Sprout, your dad greets you. Lots of work to do. We're still going to do the same thing. I'm going to try and at least finish the year before we stop streaming. Hey, Sprout, your dad greets you. Lots of work to do getting this flying umbrella off the ground again. But I always have time for you. He laughs and rubs his face. No one from the Helio understands anything about putting plants in the dirt. They're trying, though. Really? That's interesting. I guess they are on... they grew up in a spaceship just like we did, so I guess they're a little behind on how things work. Makes sense. Let it touch the ground. He's not very successful. Good kid. The dog boy Rex showed me how to play this. Oh, okay. A lot harder. I know I can give them stuff to befriend. I just, I want to go back out into... We're probably going to do some more exploring after this. Yeah, this month. Not this. Yeah, it is. one, so we can go get the stuff for Tangent, and two, so I can get more resources, and then I can start giving people stuff. I know I have something shiny that, like, yeah, these. So Mars definitely likes the crystal clusters, and I don't mind giving them to her, but I kind of want to always have one that I can use if I need it. Tangent would probably like the medicinal roots. Nomi would definitely like the Xeno egg. And I think we gave Cal would probably also like the egg. But Cal's already far ahead. I have no clue who would like the bobber fruit. Maybe Nim? Or the mushwood log?
Maybe either one, possibly.
Mars might like the flower. It really depends if she sees it as a weed or something pretty. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a toss-up.
We'll do one more in this. Because that'll bump my persuasion over the threshold. And creativity will be very close. Okay. This month you're learning about the philosophy of personhood, in the ways various people have been granted or denied rights based on whether people perceive them as human or not. Ooh, that's a topic. Considering that in history of many worlds, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Consider that in the history of many worlds, there have always been disposable creatures. They do the dirty work. They do the work that no one else wants to do because it's too difficult or too hazardous. Congruence quotes from the holovid you just watched. You don't have to think about their welfare. You don't have to think about how they feel. Whole generations of disposable people. Class shifts uncomfortably under congruence's eternal placid gaze. Oh, that's all. That's where that sentence ends. Okay. All right. We go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I wonder what our buff to persuasion's gonna be. Or is it at 30 that it passes it? Might be at 30. I don't know why I thought it was 25. Alright, we're in the next month. Let's go on an expedition. It's been a minute. Not this way. It's this way. Oh, nope, that's the barracks. I forgot this was even an option. Yep, both of them.
You can conveniently walk through everything and find what you need.
Hey, plant. Give me that. Hello, you two. How are you doing? I just love this little twig of hair. So cute. Alright. We need to go to the valley, I believe. I think that's what she did. Sip of water real quick. Oh, alright. Hello. Chief Surveyor Utopia stops you in Dis near the depot. Feel that? She asks. You can feel a kind of ominous distant thumping pulsing regularly around the ground. You stand still, you can feel it vibrate up your own body too, like a massive global pulse. Utopia says, checking a readout on her hollow palm. I reckon it's naturally occurring, but it's giving me the willies all the same. You two better check it out. Mind you, stick together and take readings away in case it's dangerous. Just look at each other excited. You follow the thumping, now an audible noise growing louder. West, until you roughly triangulate its location. You know you're getting close, but it sounds like it's coming from all around you. Instruments aren't precise enough to help. Follow the sound. We got perception out the wazoo. We're fine. That's a 3. Technically, and make it the highest card. +1 to physical red cards that I am completely ignoring. Oh yeah, it loses it if it's not the highest card. Oh, this is a 3 round, duh. Probably not the best way I could have done that, but it's we will be fine. Got Earth, Kudos. Have 2 cards that have gems. Let's do that. I must add a medicinal. That would be a good one. These are all good. That ruins my straight, though. Technically. That technically ruins my straight, because it's another yellow card.
Curses.
It's fine. I'm being too difficult about it anyway. Okay. 7. 6. Dang, that's a 9. I wonder which of these wins out. Let's see. I go 5. It is staying a 5, so apparently the cards beat out the actual setup here. Interesting.
Good to know.
I could have probably swapped that last card, but it's... Whoa, what is this? Blood of the Thumper. Alright. You find a machine? An ancient broken down machine. Like a small pyramid shaped building made from some kind of dark stone or bone. It's almost like it grew that way. Except it isn't broken. It's just so very old and overgrown. It looks more like a pile of rubble and roots than a building or engine or whatever it was. Still, a thumping noise coming from inside it. The vibrations are strong here, making your guts. You don't notice it at first, but there's a curious path on the ground moving away from the machine. A line half a meter wide where the dirt is a little more worn and bare. It heads off straight into the line, in a straight line to the west. Or coming from the west? Did animals have made this path? Or the thumper itself? I'm not smart enough! I only needed 20!
Well, that's unfortunate.
I will marvel at it. Oh, it does actually give me +1. You run your hand over its pit. Actually, that would have been. No, it wasn't from the card. You run over your hand over its pitted, vibrating surface. How could something so unbelievably old still work? It's definitely not natural. You can even see something like writing carved deep into the not quite rock. This starts making noises under his breath to the beat of the thumper. Pretty sick beat. Eventually, you head back to share your findings with Utopia. Totally an alien civilization, Dis insists. Utopia scratches her head. Suppose maybe, she says. You said it looks ancient, right? Perhaps they could have been another civ here long ago. We found other signs, but nothing active. Seems to be pointing west or receiving something. She snaps her fingers. There's something right ugly ridge. There's some right ugly ridge lines out there that have kept us from checking that direction. But we got gliders and motivation. That's half the battle. She makes a note on her hollow. I'll open up the western resting ridges for surveyors. She says, then grins. Whew, say that 3 times fast. I struggled to say it once, Utopia.
I mean, look on the bright side. New area to explore.
Just looks at you curiously. Sure, if you're scared, he says. Yes, I need the stuff. Give me the stuff. Need all the stuff. We're gonna go around and collect all the items on the ground, and then I'll come back to question mark. Because I have the ultimate perception and can ignore everything. Wahaha. I have free roam capabilities. Or mostly free roam capabilities. I'm getting a lot of yellow flowers. Ah, you're the one I need to find. I'll come back to you. Give me another one of these. I've been doing a lot of knowledge challenges. I probably need them. Hey, it's this weird plant again. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, that's just a question mark. I almost clicked on it. In case you're wondering why I'm passing up everything, oh, I'll take this. We'll come back to you too in due time.
Oh gosh, is that another friggin' manticore? Or
That is indeed a manticore.
yeah, oof.
That's a dangerous one. I don't know why it's a quest objective, but we're gonna find out.
Gonna kick its ass is what you're gonna do.
All right, let's go interact with. You spot a hopeye nest, just like Tangent asked you to find. There are 9 eggs inside, all packaged up in what looks like a delicate spun glass cocoon. You don't see the parent. I hate to do this, but break a little hole in the cocoon and put 3 of the eggs in your bag. They're a little gooey, but you hope they don't break. There they are. You turn to leave, come face to face with an adult hopeye. Understandably, it looks spitting mad. It drums its powerful foot on the ground in warning, and 4 more pop out of undergrowth and start hissing at you. That's fair. You should have known these sociable little creatures raise their young communally. You've learned from the holopedia that the 2 different sets of eyes that on a hopeye have different purposes. The large bulging eyes on top are hardwired for perceiving danger, but their small forward-facing ones are more concerned with finding food. If you're not food and you're not danger, you'll throw yourself onto your belly and wriggle away, while the hopeyes stare at you curiously. When you're safe distance away, they return to poking at their violated nest and time passes. And stress. Alright, well, time to deal with the big guy. It's here. We're gonna go to interact with it. It's got an exclamation mark above its head. I will save before doing this, though. The Valley of Vertigo spans a huge and relatively safe area, so it's rare to see other foragers out here. It's surprising, then, to come across Utopia and 2 other foragers crouching in the underbush. Kalana, Utopia hisses, beckoning you over. Get over here! Slink over to the other foragers. Through a gape in the underbrush, you spot a terrific sight. A fully grown manticore has fallen into a nest of lightly at least 20 snap bladders, and they're engaging in what looks like a battle to the death. Oh, okay. I've got 10 kudos on the snap bladders, she says. I fell into a nest once. I was laid up in the med bay for a week. That's still a manticore, lady. Poor manticore, one of the other foragers say. What a way to go. The last forager snorts. Who cares? After what they did to Hal, every manticore can rot for all I care. The manticore roars in pain as it's torn apart by the whipped, fast, hungry snap bladders. Wait, I can actually help it? Why would I do that?
So that you can tame it and ride it into battle. Duh.
Help that manticore! Can you imagine? I don't know if this is real or not, as far as like what you can do.
You know, with how much, you've maxed out the animal tree, you got this.
God, we'll see. I get kudos if the total equals the goal. Same regardless. Okay, pairs and stuff. Is it? Okay, no, it's better. Slightly better that way. and do all the reckless challenges.
What are they gonna do? Kill you? I think not.
It's a dangerous thought. And now I have all blue. What happened to my red? +1.
You're only 13 away from the goal. I think you're good.
Hang on, can I make it equal it so I can get kudos? Nah! I'm doing too good. Nah! Oh, we're close. Closer, closer, closer. Hang on. I can figure this out. I can make it work. I can do this. Do? Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Gosh darn it. Am I being a little too difficult about this?
No.
Wait. Hang on. I did it. Give me those kudos. I actually have a ton of kudos. Helping an animal. Utopia tries to stop you as you burst through the underbrush, dedicating yourself to being the best distraction for your weak, fragile human body can be. Enough of the stat bladders have turned their focus on you that the manticore is easily able to pick the others off. Crunch, munch, stab. Off go enough heads in the manticore's powerful jaws that the survivors cut their losses, disappearing back into their burrow. I guess we did make Utopia lose her bet, though. Now you find yourself face to face
Yeah,
with the
well,
manticore.
don't bet on animal fights.
Vertumina's perfect murder machine. It looks at you quizzically. You look back. You feel a weird connection to this creature. Suddenly, Manticore roars, laughing at you and lashing its great mane. Wisely, you scream in terror and get the hell away. Luckily, the Manticore was too wounded to bother chasing you, and you and the other foragers make it away without injury. I think that went fun.
Yes.
There was an egg back there. There's also a plant. We are very close. We probably have. We can do probably 2 before it'll pick us back home. We'll have to sleep for the last day of the month. But I want to interact with this. Find a trippet. A large, tasty plant. This one's huge. It's practically taller than you are. The freshest and youngest looking shoots. Plant shudders. I'll take it. Easy first round. 1, 2, 2. Goodness, I have so many yellow and blue now. They're interfering with my reds. Yeah. I'll take it. I don't need any more in animals. It's already maxed. Yeah, this plant is alive and sentient, like an animal. It's definitely not happy that you're ripping its limbs off. Oh, I'm sorry. It's hard to tell if it's in pain, really, but you'd say discomfort at least. All the same. No, I feel bad now. Yeah, no, something about what you're just doing feels wrong. You make a note of your map of where it is, but oddly you never find it again. That's fair. I feel sad now. That was mean. You stumble upon another Scooter Hive Queen and her multitude of wriggling, oozing children. When she sees you, her mandibles start clicking with annoyance, and she puffs up angrily. She looks decidedly more dangerous than other squeegers you've seen. Seems like your thievery of her royal jelly has consequences. Yeah, we can do it again. Oh, it says it's impossible. But is it though? But is it though? Let's find out if it's impossible. 95. 95. Okay. Okay. Is that... unchangeable? All cards within 1. 4, 3. That, I really only need to bump up 1. But 2 isn't exactly a bad bump up.
Free points are free points.
I know. Hmm. Does it go up much if I have a 3 pair? Yeah. 38 on the last set. We only have 1 gem card. It is a red one, though. See what I have to work with. Close enough. I win.
Impossible this.
Oh, I actually got a card for that. Nice. I think I already had this card. That's what it looks like? Okay. Kudos, stress, card, animals, which I already am maxed out on. You get in there and squeeze out some jelly from one of the Hive Queen's many holes, somehow managing not to get sprayed too badly by her acid. Some lands on your arm and the back of your hand and sizzles briefly, but you keep your calm long enough to escape with your bounty. Too worn out and tired to continue. You have to go home. Bedtime! More perception, which we already had, but biology I appreciate. Yes, the biology. Okay, we gotta take a nap. How do we want to relax? We could spend time with the animals.
I was gonna say, training your animal, of course.
Hi, y'all. That was always my favorite way. Relax. Oh yeah, and I forgot, it lets me actually get rid of memories when I do this. We've been working with Squishy for months to get on getting them to follow simple commands. Getting pretty consistent results with one move at a time, but they get bored and wander away if you try to do a longer session. You've set up a small obstacle course in the garden, consisting of a few ramps and balconies. Squishy looks at the treats in your hand, expectant. Run that obstacle course. It is a. These are getting really high. Makes sense though.
Yeah, because they're getting hard.
Not to mention, I'm kind of cluttering up all of my stuff with other color cards now, which makes my life a little harder.
Yeah, but that's why you can thin your deck, thankfully.
That's very true. I really want to keep all these. Ugh, come on. that. Place that, that, and that. I think that just happened to land well. The way I don't know how else I can swap this around. These 3 5s just ended up being in the same order. That is slightly better. Okay. Yeah. That gave me more stress. So cute. A stunning show from young Squishy. Admirable speed and dexterity. They and their trainer, Solana, are promising new stars in the field of brick training. +1 skill on challenge win, +5 bonus to straight.
Good God, so straights are just immensely valuable with this thing equipped.
Squishy finishes the course and leaps into your arms, jittering happily. You did it! You've trained a Brickery to follow commands. It's my little guy! Yeah, we can get rid of the baby. We just met Nomi. We're not getting rid of that one.
Get rid of the baby.
Get rid of the baby. You find Tangent Ninja.
Yeah, you can take that out of context.
You find Tangent engineering and setting down a bag of squelching, goopy Hopeye eggs. Her eyes go wide. You found them! She exclaims. That's wonderful. I was beginning to think you'd forgotten all about my request. He reaches for the eggs, but stops. Wait, what is that sound? Are they? They are! You hear a wet cracking sound coming from the bag. You're about to witness the miracle of life, Vertuminen style. What do you do? I don't have enough reasoning. I'll just enjoy the magic. Not every day you get to witness a new life being born. You and Tang watch and wonder as the gel-like shell of this large Hopeye splits into a ripe melon in the sun, splitting out a tiny, squirming little pink baby and small puddle of amniotic fluid. You watch the last 2 eggs intently, but through the clear eggshells you can't see any movement inside at all, not even a heartbeat. It's okay, Tang. You only need one. You're not gonna hurt it, right? The tiny Hopeye on its feet felt put, within minutes, taking cautious little hops on the sleek surface of the lab bench. Magnificent, Tangent says, keeping the palm-sized Hopeye from falling off the table. I expected them to be helpless at birth, like kittens or birds, but not really moving around like an ungulate. Not already moving around like an ungulate? Is that the right word?
Yeah, you got it right.
Incredible. I can't wait to study it. No, I'm keeping it!
If you really want to just be like, all the pets, they're all mine. Or you be like, yeah, have fun. I have a cuter pet.
But she might cut it open.
That's...
And that worries
I can't say she won't, but she also would lose friendship, I imagine, if you were just like, no, mine.
But the little Hopeye!
I mean, it's up to you.
I'm really scared. Like, if she told me she'd just take care of it, I'd be okay. But I'm scared of her cutting it open.
Goodness, ye of little faith.
But I also don't want it to replace Squishy whenever I'm on the overworld.
Yeah, that would be the part I'd be worried about. Unless you make a conga train of them, but I don't know if you would.
I'm gonna do It's Yours. And I'm just gonna hope that she's just gonna study it from just a researcher and biologist purview and not hurt it.
Hopefully.
I'll feel bad if she hurts it. Perfect. Let me get up a specimen container for it. Why can't you just let it leave it run around? So cute. She leaves you with the tiny clumsy thing. Chirps and blinks up at you unevenly with his 4 eyes. Well, whatever Tang and Dr. Instance are going to do with it is probably for the greater good of the colony. But it's so cute. +1 helped Tangent. The late wet. Here we are in this situation again. Almost time, guys. Hope everything goes well. This, what are you doing outside? This looks up at the dark sky, illuminated by a fungal glow coming from the forest. Do you think it's going to make a difference? He asked. You. The soldiers, the walls, the explosives. They're going to keep coming harder and harder. He said. Okay. Thanks, Sis. I'm sure everyone's on edge. Finally, an acceptable season. Says the expert. All year. Not too bright, not too warm. Well, if only it was like this all year. What are you doing, Cal? Cal stands in the middle of the garden, surrounded by the dark, very glow by fungal forest. I never knew plants could be like this. Amazing. Well, most people seem okay. Hey, Dad, how you feel? You spot your dad standing stock still, his eyes closed and head tilted to listen. Hey, Gooseberry, he says, recognizing you just from the sound of your footsteps. Have you ever paid attention to the planet during the glow? It feels different. He blinks his eyes open. It's like a hum, he continues. Maybe from the plant. Heck, maybe from the wormhole. Alright. What else is out and about? These two are still over here. Hey, Nem. Nem's kicking a sports ball around listlessly. After a while, she picks it up and just stares off into the distance, along the walls. He frowns. If you always knew the attacks were coming during glow, why weren't you Stratos better prepared? That's just common sense. How about you wait until after the season's over to mock us, okay?
Why wait? I am perfectly capable of mocking you now.
Where are X? Or no me? I can see it right. Oh, I want that. Oh, I can pick it up from over here. That's amazing. I don't know why I can, but I did it. Guess Mars is inside. Okay. Well, let's do something fun. What was the thing that let me? Actually, we haven't hung out with them and Face much. Go hang out with them. This is not them. They are over here. But then again, I don't need that. Well, is it combat? It's combat. And animal. We can get some more combat. We're about to have a big problem. So. Attendance at self-defense class is always a little higher than during glow. It's almost as if the imminent threat to attack makes people worried for their lives. Yeah, wonder why that happens. I have been assaulted. Benny, how's it going? How you doing? I guess I'm hitting the super goal, guys. That just kind of lined up. How close is my combat to the next level? 52? You're relaxing in your quarters with your dad. You hear the colony siren. The enemy is here. Your dad looks up from his novel. Seems early this year. We should head to the shelter in the lounge. You've been drilled on a new evacuation procedure for the past month. There's no need for it to be a hero now that there are so many new soldiers from the Helio. Probably best if you just follow instructions and head to the lounge with your dad. Push to the front lines!
I was gonna say, you've never gone to the lounge.
Gain status, heroic, of course. Hey look, it's Rhett! You muster with the rest of the defense force at the gates. Rhett and Lum are arguing about what tactics to employ. Lum keeps trying to rally the soldiers with a heartening speech about giving it everything they've got. All the drones, all the explosives, and Rhett keeps cutting in. We don't need to take any big risks, Rhett says. It's a smaller attack and we have more than enough plasma rifles and turrets. We should save our other resources for when we do need them. Why do things halfway, Lum exclaims. We need to get in there and kick their asses back to the goo they came from. We need to show people that we have everything under control for morale. Brett tries one more time to wrest the control of forces back from Lum, but Lum cuts him off. Fire the explosive rounds, he orders. Arm the charges. Why? Why would you do this? Brett actually has the better idea. Shells scream throughout the permanent night. Permanent night because it's low, right? Followed by the explosions you feel vibrate up through your boots. The Helios are unfazed, but you and the other Stratus guards exchange nervous looks. You hear yelling, then another boom as the secondary explosives detonate. The bay of bloodthirsty animals reaches your ears. Then Lum holds his finger to his ear speed. Great work! Just the stragglers incoming. Open the gates! What? Oh, apparently this is easy.
Yeah, somehow I feel like it's going to be like easy, but you're either going to have waves or the next year is going to be really
Yeah,
bad.
I think the next year's gonna be bad, is probably what's gonna happen. He's a bit too cocky. Not much we can do about that. Jeez. All of these are really good. Just the 7 wins it. Let's see. 6. Sure. More points in combat. To face off against the lesser Xeno, some of the finned semi-aquatic things already half dead and limping dodgily. It's almost comedical how easy it is to stun and kill it. By the time you're done, the other soldiers have dispatched the rest of the creatures. Smoke drifts in from the battlefield from the explosions, an acrid scent of triumph. After the attack, Lum gathers everyone in the lounge and holds a big celebration for the soldiers. There's feasting and drinking and songs of valor, and the party goes on long into the night. Some drift away in pairs or more. Mars and Rex keep the dancing going. Even Nim seems to be relaxed, especially when the other cadets invite her to drink with them. +1 in colony defense. Interesting. Tonight, everyone seems convinced that this victory means the colony will be safe forever. Maybe it will be. You sure want to believe it too. Alright.
Surely nothing bad will happen from this.
11 food. We have 6 defense. We have a lot of kudos. I guess I could probably spend on somebody. Look at all these people I got boosts with.
Just so much.
Right. Game ends at the end of age 19. The implications there. Alright, well.
Well, yeah, you're not much of a teenage exocolonist after you get past 19.
I guess that's fair. Yeah. It's good to be back playing I was a teenage ex-colonist. It's a lot of fun. I like the dialogue. I like the characters. We're going to spend a lot more time with Nomi next time. While also getting our stats up. Biology is pretty close. Creativity, bravery, those are all, and persuasion. We're all hitting pretty close to their next level, so we'll probably hit those marks next time. Maybe combat and toughness too. We'll see. I do have a boost to the muscle for big muscles. You're working on a long-term project? What's the long-term project? I am going to go ahead and save. We are alive. Probably.
Ah.
Making your own Pokemon range. For like tabletop or what? Okay. I will go ahead and swap to this. Thank you guys for coming by. A game? Oh, cool. That'd be cool. I'm gonna see if we can find somebody to raid. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I've had a fun time with it. I'm glad to be back.